Hello, my name is Jason O, and welcome to my review for the Sword Art Online Girls Out Volume 1 manga. This manga came out recently, a couple months ago, I think around June. It's when it came out through Yen Press. I have my own paperback version of it through Barnes & Noble and all that stuff there. Definitely a very good manga, I would say. Very fun, very lighthearted. Also added more to the lore of Sword Art Online, adding more with characters and adding a new character in here in Kulo, who is the Black Swordsman in this. And so I kind of spoiled it a little bit. I mean, even in the back, it does say that they meet a Black Swordsman and it's not Kirito, even though the character does make a huge resemblance towards Kirito. And so before I get towards anything more about this manga, I have to warn you guys about spoilers. I will spoil a lot about this manga. I'm basically going to talk about it as if you've already read this before. And so I think I've waited a long enough time, just enough for fans who wanted to read this, that they have gotten a chance to read it. So if you're a Sword Art Online fan, I encourage you guys to read this book. Very fun, adds more to the lore. It is very Sword Art Online, very much, through character designs and story. The art, however, is done by Neko Blue. I think it's how you say her name. But definitely her own art style is implemented in this, very different from the Sword Art Online manga or the progressive manga as well. But still pretty good, I would say. Nothing as good as the original manga from SAO or anything like that, but still a pretty good art style implemented into this very distinct book that's very different, more of a side story, a spin-off type, if you will, for the SAO universe. And so again, I'm going to spoil as much as possible, pretty much everything about this book. So if you haven't read it already, I encourage you guys to read this if you're an SAO fan. If you're not, maybe this isn't really a book to start with if you want to get into SAO, but more for SAO fanboys or fangirls, whatever, any fan of SAO is definitely going to read this book. And if you already have, good, because I'm going to talk a lot more about this and my thoughts and opinions on the book itself. So judging from the beginning and the end of the book, definitely it seems like this is taking place before the Phantom Bullet arc. That's why you get no reference to sit on or anything about her character, just more after Fairy Dance, it looks like. And so that's why we have Lifa, or Sugaha, who is getting introduced into this school and very new to the group, new to the friends, with Keiko and Rika. And so definitely Liz and Silika and Lifa do go on their own mission. I mean, even at the back cover of the book, it says, "Yay, it's our turn," because it's basically their story through and throughout. It features them as main characters. Silika more because obviously with her being the central figure there in the cover, definitely it does show more about her. She is playing more of an influence towards a new character in Kudo, who does bear huge resemblance towards Kirito. I think it's by accident, I think. It just gave her that sort of character design, but she did look up to Kirito in SAO because she is a SAO survivor, along with the three other girls. I guess she didn't really get admitted to their school so until the end of the book, but definitely she is a new character in this, and it is revealed as a she. The other girls thought it was Kirito, and they're kind of excited, of course, with them being part of the harem and whatnot there, but still adding Kudo to this is very good change of pace. New character in this. Maybe she could get featured in some more future story arcs, but I doubt that. I don't think they're going to do that there, because it seems like they want to get casual fans into the whole main story arc of SAO, so I don't really think they're going to add Kudo, or as the new character is called, Lux, into the new, at least the main storyline of SAO. Maybe they already have. I haven't really read that far into light novels yet, but maybe they already have added more, and this is more backstory towards the character of Lux. But definitely the art style of this book by Neko Bu, I think I'm butchering her name, I'm sorry about that, but still her art style is very good, setting the tone for this series, a more lighthearted tone, very jokey, if you will. The whole banter between the girls, sort of teasing each other, is very integrated within the art style of this book. Really like that. Again, nothing really too much to compare towards the SAO progressive manga or just the SAO manga itself. Very different between those two styles, but still a pretty good style for what this book is trying to look for in building up these characters in Lifa, Liz, Silika, and also adding Kudo as well. And so basically their adventure is just looking for this promise ring, if you will. It's just more rings, adding in, if they're exchanged, they add in a huge bond between the two people who do exchange these rings. And so the girls were trying to hope for getting these rings so they can exchange it with Kirito, so they can get more acquainted with him and more closer with him. Of course, with them being part of the harem, there's a lot of references in that towards their affection for Kirito. It's kind of annoying at times because, it's usually Kirito and Asuna, but still SAO is sort of built up as a harem, secretly at least. It's secretly a harem anime, and so I guess you have to have these kind of things there, adding the other girls in there as well. I mean, even at the end, they do tease Sugaha a lot about going to Kirito's house, meeting Kirito, and all that stuff there. Even Hiyori, who the real name of Kudo and Lux, she kind of takes a liking to Kirito as well. So again, adding more to the harem, I guess, she's not really involved in it, kind of like Sidon, she kind of isn't as well, and so again, sort of that borderline thing with the harem, I guess there, but it looks like Hiyori's being added in as well, towards the Kirito harem. But I think one of the most important things about this, sort of the whole overarching thing about this book here, other than sort of giving these three girls their own mission, is the Kudo character and her sort of backstory into SAO, her being an SAO survivor, losing one of her closest friends, and Rasa, I think is how you say that, because it's not Rosa, or it's either Rosa or Rasa, one of those. She did lose her friend after her friend Rasa was trying to protect her in a battle, and she obviously died in SAO. She's never able to come back, and ever since then that sort of haunted her, and she is doing whatever she can to fight alone, trying to save as many people as possible, similar to Kirito, but the important distinction that Silika makes between Kudo and Kirito is that Kirito always had friends behind him. He had Asuna, especially. Without Asuna, probably Kirito would have died already in SAO. He had all his other friends, Klein, Igio, all the three other girls as well. Sugaha eventually helps him out as well in Fairy Dance. In Liz, he had comforts in there as well. Silika also helped him out as well. So he had a bunch of friends behind him, getting him through these missions. That's why he was never alone at times in SAO, especially with Asuna. And while Kudo, she's doing this all alone, and that's not really the strength of Kirito's power. I did really like that Silika did make that distinction, which is why Kirito is very much a favorite character for many people, and sort of gives more explanation to its character and sort of more character growth for many other characters in this, especially in Kudo as well, learning more about herself and sort of getting acquainted with her three new friends now in Lifa, Silika, and Liz. And that was one of the more surprising things about this book, how much more we got more psychology of the characters. I thought this would be a little fun, exciting, funny thing here with this idea of giving these three girls their own mission. We added in Kudo, which was, again, a good change of pace. It really helped make this distinct and made this a really good story arc here with what they're doing here in Volume 1. Obviously, Volume 2 looks like they're going to do a whole different thing, meeting this Ashley-san, whoever that is. We're going to meet her in Volume 2, but Volume 1 itself really added into the psychology of the SAO survivors, how much their experience really defined them as a character. And with Kudo, she was very much scarred with the loss of her closest friend, and ever since then she has never been able to sort of get over that loss. And how Silika does have a distinction towards her friend, which is a cliche thing there, but obviously you have to have cliches like that if you're going to have that storyline with Rosa and Kudo. But still, very cool thing there they added in with the Kudo character, adding more to her and seeing the depth of her character grow at the final boss battle, where they do defeat the boss. He had the Tsundere Angels, is pretty fun thing there added in for some light comedic moments at times. Love the Tsundere Angel, and so very funny thing there. And again, I guess it was a SAO mission that was mixed up with the Fairy Dance arc, at least the whole Alfheim arc there, adding in their little twists and turns with some SAO missions. So I did like that there, adding more to the lore of SAO, adding more to the psychology of the characters in this world at least, and understanding why they would go back to video games after SAO. It's a very interesting thing to look at. And so by the end, they do defeat the boss. They exchange the rings with each other, sort of implementing more of their relationship between each other, and it was very nice, very sweet of them there. Kudo is left behind because that is left behind for SAO. She'll always remember Rasa, but still she has to move on for her friend, and eventually she does change up her avatar. Still keeps her skills though, as Kudo, and so she doesn't have to restart or anything like that, so which is pretty good ex machina kind of thing there. But still, you don't want to like restart things there and have her train throughout the whole entire time. So Hiyori makes her change from Kudo to Lux, a very different kind of character, adding more again to the art style for this manga series. The Lux character really dignifies that art style from Neko and Negibuyo. And a pretty fun thing at the afterword was with Silika pretty much telling Hiyori that she got the whole look of Kirito backwards, and she had no idea. She's very much embarrassed about that. And so again, adding more Kirito references in there, a lot of them by the end of this book, which I guess is okay, because, you know, it's still SAO. Kirito's our main character, our main hero, and so I guess you have to have some references to him from our harem characters, and so a lot of sort of flirtation, sort of hints and stuff like that there, and so you kind of have to forgive that there, because if you're used to SAO, if you're a big fan of it, you kind of just ignore that or take it as for fun, but that's kind of what I do anyway, but still, it doesn't really distract you too much, because there's still a lot of great things in this book here. You get to see more of Leafa, Liz, and Silika. You don't really learn more about them, but you still get to see them a lot more, which is pretty cool there, because again, these are sort of our main characters essentially, and so it'd be pretty cool to see more of them. We get to see a lot of Kudo, who does go to more changes and more depth of her character is seen, from Kudo to Hiyori to Lux, and so that was a pretty cool thing there, and so I'll probably sell a lot more toys, I guess, more merchandise being sold there thanks to this book. I thought it was a pretty good book, I would say, and so for a rating, I would give this a 8 out of 10. I really like that. The whole art style, the whole story arc between Kudo and her backstory and sort of her change as a character. I really like that there. Some other things though, with the whole references to Kirito, and so all the girls like him and all that stuff there, all the references and stuff. I didn't really like that too much. Some of the jokes didn't really hit for me personally, but still a lot of them do hit, and they're pretty funny as well, especially at the end and afterward. I thought it was pretty funny that Hiyori did not get the look of Kirito right, and she had no idea that she got the look wrong, even though like it was a pretty innocent mistake, but still it could have been a fixed mistake either way. But still, some fun jokes. Not all of them do hit, and some other references that I didn't really like. It just felt forced references. It felt like just because it's an SAO novel, but still the manga for Girls Out Volume 1 is pretty good. I cannot wait for Volume 2 to come over to North America, because I'm definitely picking that up right away. So what are your thoughts on Volume 1 of Sword Art Online Girls Ops? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Put all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. We'd love to hear what you guys thought about Volume 1. Are you excited for Volume 2 to come out in North America, or if you already read it? Not sure if the whole entirety has already come out. I know some things have come out, because I think they're working on it right now, some parts of Volume 2, and so I cannot wait for that. And so put all your thoughts and opinions on Sword Art Online Girls Ops in the comment section down below. Love to hear what you guys think about this book. But as always, don't forget to like this video, share it, favorite it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do all that stuff there. It really helps me out, so we really appreciate that. Thank you for watching my review for Volume 1 of Sword Art Online Girls Ops. Again, I have the paperback right here. Pretty good paperback if you can get it yourself there. If you only read it digitally, I think the paperback's pretty good art style. Again, I would say that again. And so if you haven't picked up the paperback from Sword Art Online Girls Ops, really encourage you guys to do so, because it's a very good collection to have there for your whole manga set. And so again, thank you for watching my review. Hope you guys have a nice day. Bye bye.